Stanford Hall on the River Avon in Leicestershire. This is the venue today for a very special event.
Okay, so please no engines at all before 12 o'clock, because if we drain out the local church service he won't be very happy. Okay, that's all there is. Till later. Yes, we first came over to Stanford to watch a race meeting some 5 years ago now, and saw this as a new motorsport and got involved from there.
Roy Smart is now Chief Marshal of the course, but his son, here seen repairing his fan, has taken over where his father left off.
Good job. Well, yeah, thank you.
Although no engines can be started yet, the paddock is alive with activity.
The blade was actually, you know, curved.
Good job it weren't running.
Yeah, exactly. Otherwise I wouldn't have had any of them. But
well, when they called it. Okay.
do that one first.
Well, you go on with that one. I'll get on with this one.
Oh, we need the spike. Well,
During the skirt pressure, the skirt ratio, having started out with something a bit on the high side in terms of flow.
We asked Roy, is it a very expensive sport?
Not a very expensive sport, no, not really. You can build a small Formula 3 craft for £300 to £400, but if you want to go into the larger classes, the Formula 1, it would probably cost you up to £2,000.
The enthusiasm is such that most members do build their own craft. Even engines are completely rebuilt in the paddock before racing starts.
You keep those to put on if you have to put them on at another time.
That's good thinking, good thinking. Right, we'll have a barrel on there then. We'll renew those gaskets on there as well. If we renew the lot, we should.
As the 12 o'clock deadline approaches, preparation for the first race hots up. This is the sport of hovercraft racing. And today is the very first time that the finals of the International Championships have ever been held in Great Britain. the craft returned to the paddock, some will need repairs. And a torn skirt on a hovercraft is like a flat tyre on a car. The material used for the skirt must be lightweight and air and waterproof, and the usual choice is polyurethane coated nylon. We asked one competitor, Keith Smallwood, if he would explain how the hovercraft works.
Yes, certainly. The main system of craft we seem to have now are the two-engine craft, that is, one for lift and another engine for thrust. The lift air purely puts all the air from the fan down underneath the craft, which then inflates the skirt and then lifts the craft up. And the thrust engine merely provides air straight out the back of the craft to propel it along once the craft is up on its end of its fingers on the cushion. Here we have the lift engine, which is putting the air straight down underneath the craft and so lifting it up. And then if we move to the back of the craft, we have the thrust unit on this particular one, providing air through two fans at the back, which goes straight out through the ducts, propelling the craft forward.
A recovery vehicle is dispatched to collect craft unable to return under their own wind. As the hovercraft is lightweight, the tow vehicle only needs to be small. Some of the craft racing here today are commercially produced and are often sponsored. This one is an integrated craft.
Here we have the craft type that's becoming very popular, the integrated craft, where we have the one engine going through, in this case, a single fan, and part of the air goes straight down underneath that plate that runs across the bottom of the duct there, and it goes down underneath and again lifts the craft up.
And I couldn't get that lift. The twist grip had turned round and locked the lift off.
Well, we're going to have one odd settee on the back then. So one short.
Is that the ideal spot for it, or would it be better?
The next race will be an open event for all classes and will have a Le Mans style running start. Equally at home on land or water, hovercraft are versatile indeed. Except when you want to go backwards. racing hovercraft come in 3 classes according to engine size. The smallest, Formula 3, must include lawnmowers as the limit is 250 cc's. Formula 2 takes us up to 500 cc's, and anything over that is in Formula 1.
Thundering off now.
Speeds in excess of 50 miles an hour are attained. At this speed, wind can lift the front of the hovercraft, and this is known as wheeling. The danger when this happens is that the craft can be completely overturned. This is the ultimate in air suspension. The driver, or is it the pilot, can control his craft to some extent by moving his body weight from side to side, man and machine moving as a unit. And after the last checkered flag, the trophies are presented by Lord Bray of Stanford Hall.
Thank you very much. It's all loose, yeah. Thank you very much.
Stanfield. Super. Go on, super.
And so it's goodbye for another year. A patch-up job on their craft for some, back to the drawing board for others, ready for the start of next season's racing.